distant mirror. A distant mirror. So hop back to that. Page 193. A distant mirror. This is kind of a fun little read in that it tells kind of some stories of some real life knights, what they went through, what it takes to be a knight. Because we talked about to great length what a knight truly is. There's a Moodle PowerPoint showcasing what they believe and the process they go through in order to become a knight. It's pretty laborious. It's your entire schooling just to become a knight. What you do now for schooling from elementary through college, the payoff isn't a diploma and a job, it's you become a knight. That's all you focus on and all you work towards. We can see the struggle between the Christianity in page 193 and the role of the knights in being able to live and function and do what you're supposed to do, but yet still function underneath the proper actions of what a good Christian should be. And so they had to come up with these different codes and stuff. And chivalry kind of encompassed a lot of these things that if you live your life accordingly, you're going to be okay underneath the eyes of God and so on. We talked about courage and strength, prowess, skill, honor and loyalty. These were ideals. Courtly love, that was one of the big ideas of this particular unit. It was designed to make the knights more polite, and to make society more joyous. If you have these individuals practicing these things. It talked about the prowess is something you couldn't really teach. These individuals had to carry, they're wearing a suit of armor. That's not light. You guys complain about carrying home books in a bag because they're so heavy. Imagine strapping 3 times the weight of those books on, giving you a sword and shield and go fight for this king. Go fight for your life. Okay, if you read this, they were talking about the hardships of some of these. Dom Pero Nino was struck by an arrow that knit together his gorget and his neck. So it took his armor and his neck and somehow the angle pinched it together. But he kept on fighting. He fought on against the enemy of the bridge. A bolt, so a little arrow from a crossbow, pierced his nostrils most painfully. Whereat he was dazed, but his daze lasted a little time. He pressed forward and he received many blows. And there's a lot of lance points stuck in his shield. And by the end, on top of 195, his sword blade was toothed like a saw and dyed with blood. Prowess was not easily bought. So even though you have all these pain, you keep fighting on. You've seen these movies. I'm sure you have. Any of those gladiator or warrior type movies, if they get cut on something, they don't go, oh, time out. Give me a minute. Let me go off and get the trainer to rub out my calf because I'm cramping and then come back into the game. It's you fight and you fight or you die. There's the story of, where is it? John of Salisbury wrote about a king, a blind king. He seemed kind of crazy. We'd probably look at it as kind of stupid. As a blind king, he wanted to fight. Doesn't seem to make much sense. But look at the loyalty of the knights. They tied their horses together and they had him lead and they went right into the heart of the battle. And it was later on that they found all of them dead, obviously, and the horses were still tied together. But there is the loyalty and there's the honor. And even if you probably don't agree with what your king or leader wants you to do, you still have that code and you still have to fight. And so this is from a longer work, but these 2 examples are kind of neat just to kind of show you the mindset of the individual, of what these people, what it takes to be a knight and what these people actually go through for these individuals. So I think it's kind of a nice way to wrap up our study of knights before we transition into the Renaissance period. So hopefully you enjoyed reading that and it wasn't too tedious or strenuous. So, good.